Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time it's my Raw review from last night. This is the 8th of August 2022 edition of Monday Night Raw. Let's get on with this, shall we? First off, we kicked off with Bayley's crew kicking off the show. Basically, they rambled about how they spiced up the women's division and basically how they're back to win the tag team titles and to stir up the women's division. They call out then Alexa Bliss. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, and Asuka came out, and basically it was just this promo was to set up a match for Clash of the Castle, a six-woman tag match, and then they started brawling, and then they had a pull-apart brawl, and it was pretty good. So pretty good stuff right there, pretty good opener, awesome stuff. The first match of the night, we had Seth freaking Rollins taking on Angelo Dawkins. Same as last week with Montez. It was good. It was a good feeler for Angelo Dawkins as a singles wrestler, but being in there with Seth Rollins is a pretty cool start for anybody. But Seth gets the win here and picks up momentum going forward. So Angelo Dawkins looked good in a losing effort. Then we had Kevin Owens versus Ezekiel. You could tell Triple H is back in charge. They got rid of the Ezekiel character. They wrote him off here by Kevin Owens destroyed him, smashed him, and then powerbombed him onto the apron, and they did a stretch job with Mr. Ezekiel. So the match ended in a non-contest because the referee stopped the match. So pretty cool angle here. I'm glad Kevin Owens is back. The real Kevin Owens with the NXT. The whole vicious side of Kevin Owens is back, not the comedy goofball. Anyway, so that was pretty fun. Then we had a Judgment Day promo. This was basically, it was just a bit of a rambly promo where Finn Balor rambled a bit, and then about Edge and Rey Mysterio, the Mysterios and Edge, and then Damian Priest. The whole story behind it, the whole the thing that I got from it anyway was that Damian Priest challenged Edge to a match in 2 weeks on Monday Night Raw in Toronto. Which is fun. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm glad that they actually, it feels, you can tell Triple H is in charge a little bit now because they're actually booking things in advance, for like shows in 2 weeks. Like, not just like, let's just book things for the pay-per-view, or let's do it tonight, or let's do it next week. It was like, they're actually booking things ahead of schedule, and it feels like a good show again. So that was pretty fine promo there. Anyway, that leads us to the next match. Dominic Mysterio went disappearing act because he was still upset about what Edge did to him last week when he accidentally speared him. So so Ray couldn't find Dom. Anyway, Ray had his own business to take care of as he fought Finn Balor right here. This match was alright. Pretty decent stuff, and it got plenty of time, and Finn Balor won after Rhea Ripley came out and distracted Rey Mysterio by bringing out a beaten up Dominic Mysterio. So the Rhea Ripley dominates Dom continues, which is pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. I enjoyed it. Pretty fun stuff. Then we had the Dakota Kai and Io Sky versus Dana Brooke and Tamina in the first round of the women's tag team tournament to be crowned new women's tag team champions because they haven't forgot about them. They brought it back. This was pretty alright. It had the right winners. It had the right winners with Dakota Kai and Io Sky winning. I think they're probably going to be the finals. Maybe they will be the next tag team champions. Who knows? We'll see. But as for now, this was the right result, and pretty happy. Thumbs up on that one. Then we had the United States Championship match. We had Big Bobby Lashley versus Ciampa for the United States Championship. Ciampa brought it. Ciampa brought it to Bobby Lashley. He dedicated the match to Holly Race, his mentor. And Bobby Lashley, even though Miz tried to get involved, and Miz was swiped off by AJ Styles, and more on that later with them two. You know, even despite interference, despite a unexposed turnbuckle shot, Bobby Lashley was able to submit Tommaso Ciampa, as you can see, with the Hurt Lock. Pretty cool stuff. I'm glad that Ciampa didn't win the title here. You know, he put up a good performance, and it wasn't just a squash match, or it wasn't just a Ciampa wins. I'm glad Bobby retained because, you know, as much as I like this new Triple H era, I think putting the title automatically back on it, automatically after 2 weeks, putting the title on one of the NXT guys would have been a bad. It would have rubbed some people the wrong way, in my opinion. But yeah, I was fine with this. I was fine with Bobby winning here. You know, Ciampa put up a good fight. You know, if yeah, maybe sometime in the future they could have a rematch and Ciampa will probably win there. But for now, I'm happy with that Bobby retained. Speaking of giants, or not giants, what am I talking about? Anyway, Omos made his return to Monday Night Raw after a couple of weeks off. And he defeated two local jobbers. Nothing too much to say here. He just basically squashed them, and it was what it was. They're re-debuting him again as you know, big. He still had MVP on it by his side, and they just squashed two jobbers. So pretty cool stuff. And then we had Dolph Ziggler versus Chad Gable. The next match. This was fun. It went about 6 minutes. And it was what it was. Like, it was good to see Chad Gable and Dolph Ziggler actually doing some amateur wrestling stuff, and not much storyline, not much story. I think they had a match last week with AJ. Was it Ciampa? Yeah, it was Ciampa last week. So basically had a match here, and Dolph won, and then we got chased off by Otis. So yeah, a pretty cool win here. It gets Dolph a win and gets Dolph and Chad Gable on TV. More Chad Gable and Dolph Ziggler, please. Pretty cool. Awesome stuff. Which brings us to the main event. After AJ Styles and Miz brawl to the back after Lashley and Ciampa's match, it was announced that they were going to have a no disqualification match as the main event. So here we are. AJ Styles and Miz had the main event. Pretty decent stuff. It was some hard hitting stuff with kendo sticks and steel chairs and all that stuff. Interference from Ciampa, which backfired, where Ciampa went through a table. AJ put him through a table. Miz hitting the skull crushing finale, and they're getting a close 2 count. But in the end, AJ Styles overcame and prevailed, and defeated the Miz with the Styles Clash, defeating the Miz. And then as we were going off the air, a weird person in a hood was seen trying to enter the barricade, and he got arrested. And that man was Dexter Lumis. So Dexter Lumis is now back in WWE. They did there was a thing I forgot to say. They did an interview with Kevin Owens earlier in the night where he was talking about how Kevin Owens is back, and in the background in the parking lot, you saw that there was police, there was security and police looking over a car. There was a car in the background, not like an empty car. And it was very intriguing. Like, people were like, wait, why is everyone looking at this car? And I think maybe the two are connected. Maybe Dexter Lumis, because it's funny that the same police came in to arrest Dexter Lumis. So I think maybe connected. We have to wait and find out about that. But as for now, that was the Raw review for the 8th of August 2022. Sorry. Review. It was a very enjoyable show. It was a good solid show, and it leaves us with an intriguing storyline going into next week with Dexter Lumis. Like what's happening with Dexter Lumis. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Thanks for listening. See you guys in a bit. I'm out.